Why don't you talk about BeachBody anymore? How will this affect your income? We should have shots lined up. Any interests in kids someday? Thoughts on changes that happened in body?
Take a sip before we answer this one.
What is your grand vision for your companies?
Companies.
Did you ever have fans come to your old house in the city?
You first? Oh wait, me first.
Well, it's up to you.
You can go first.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Spilling the tea. Cheers. Alrighty. Mine tastes like summer.
Mine's spicier than I thought it was gonna be.
You're right.
Right. Okay. You want to do a formal intro or?
Okay. So we can't do we can do a formal intro. I feel disheveled. I'm in my cozies. He's right over here.
Okay, that's perfect. He'll be right there. Boop.
I don't know. I feel like this is like a big.
No, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Take a sip. Okay. All right. I don't even know where to start.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Welcome back from yesterday.
So we're going to address all the questions. I gathered 2 days worth of questions on my Instagram. There was a ton of them. I have them saved on my phone here. I'm going to pull them up. We're going to mash through as many as possible, but we very rarely have Andre sitting down with us, and people love when you're on.
Hey, what can I say?
And I asked if we could do this with cocktails. So we're in our cozies having cocktail hour at the end of the day. And we are going to chat about all of the things, and there's a lot to talk about. Let's jump right into it. I'll pull up your questions from each of you guys. So thank you for asking all the questions. And I said don't hold back, and we're not holding back on our responses. So I'm jumping into this one because this is the majority of the questions are about this. Okay, ... Thoughts on changes that happened in body. Eyeballs.
Eyeballs.
Here for the tea, or is it too soon? No, it's not too soon. We can talk about, it's like...
The wound is fresh.
The wound is
real fresh.
The wound is very fresh. So if I'm sassy or if we look or seem emotional, that's why. It's an open wound. It was 10 plus years of the business of our lives, and then 12 years combined of
being
with the workout. Yeah. So it was a big part of our lives. So yeah, the wound is fresh. We're hurt, sad, mad, angry, all the emotions. So yes, we will talk about it and talk about all the things. There's a ton of questions. So no, it's not too soon.
Not too soon. That's the answer to the question.
But can we start with something easier?
Let's roll it back and then we'll get back to that question.
So I'm gonna rapid fire these because there's so many, and I feel like getting your input will be cool.
Cool.
This one's also difficult to answer, but I deal with it, so I can talk to this. How do you deal with haters or fear of judgment? So I don't feel like you're married to me, so
I'm innocent bystander.
At the end of the day, I will say, and I think that there's this perception that everybody online gets so much hate, and it's very few. And I will tell you, the easiest way to deal with it is when you start to see the comment go, oh. You don't even have to read the whole thing. Goodbye. So the way that I see it is Sadness in Inside Out, how she's every time she's on the screen, I'm like, what? Stop it. That's kind of how it feels like Eeyore with the cloud. I'm like, you can go take your cloud somewhere else. Go that way. So it doesn't really bother me. In the beginning, did it sting? Yeah, a little bit, but I think I dealt with it pretty good in the beginning too.
Yeah, you've always you don't really let it phase you a whole lot. I feel like sometimes I read things and I let it phase me, and you're like, Andre, get past it.
I'm the same. So I always say, if you mess with my husband, my dog, and my decorations.
Yeah.
Funny story. I went off one time because someone made fun of my elves.
Oh yeah.
So once upon a time, someone made the dire mistake of making fun of my elves, and I had a lot to say. I think I was more emotional, and then one of my good friends left an elf in my mailbox because she felt bad.
Yeah.
So don't make fun of Carl, don't make fun of Andre, and don't make fun of my decorations.
cue the comments about all three. But I think for me, what was a big realization, and again, I don't really deal with it personally because I'm not so much in the public eye the way that you are. If you go out and search anybody you love and respect, be it Tony Robbins, be it Gary Vaynerchuk, be it
your favorite library or
whatever
favorite author, yeah.
There's a group of people who disagree with their views, and they're vocal about it, and quote unquote haters. And okay, if we're a part of that group, or if you're a part of that group, and I'm sure my name's sprinkled in there sometimes. Yeah. If we're a part of that group, then so be it. And I think you got to come to grips with the fact that if you're working hard towards accomplishing an interesting outcome, people will disagree with your approach.
I think that's really helpful because that helps me a lot, and I've shared that philosophy with friends of mine, and they're all like, okay, that actually helps a ton because there's nothing wrong with you. And if anything, you know, if people have that much time on their hands to say stuff, like,
and the percentage is so low. For every
Yes,
thousand
so
positive
true.
comment you get one
and
negative comment.
it's human
like,
nature, and you know,
focus on.
yeah. So just move on. But yeah, so that's how we deal with it. Hopefully that's somewhat helpful. I feel like that's a good tip that you had. How do you and Andre handle when you both strongly disagree on something?
Take a sip before we answer this one.
Oh, you
No,
saying we drink?
no. Take a sip. Cheers. Good. We just need to take a
You're
sip.
coming from a place of yes.
Oh, yeah.
You guys got fun all drink.
I'm fresh back from like training and I'm thirsty, and this is all I got right now. So.
Okay, how do we? So we've been together for more. How did you explain it the other day? More than half my life. Like,
Yeah, we've been together more than we've been apart.
yeah. So I met. I met. Did you ever see 16 Candles? I think I shared this in another Q&A though.
Maybe.
But I stalked. I followed you, and I didn't think you knew I existed.
The funny part is we lived in the same neighborhood.
And we
went
didn't
to the
know.
same school,
We didn't know.
everything, and we knew nothing
Well,
about
I
each
knew
other.
that you went to my school
Yeah,
because I saw you in
but
the
we didn't know
hallways,
we
and
lived
I
in the
was
same neighborhood.
So cute. But I didn't know you had your cool red car.
That
So yeah,
was
I was 15 years old. Thank goodness my parents were, they loved you, because I feel like you always say this. You're like, if I had a 15-year-old daughter, I don't know.
Yeah, dating a 17-year-old as a 15-year-old, I don't know. I'd be like a little,
Yeah.
Well, I would do exactly what your parents did, which was before I can even start dating Angie, her parents was like, he's coming over for dinner. And not just with her parents, everybody, grandparents, aunt, uncle, grandparents on the opposing side, sister, brother, your parents, like
They're employees.
everybody, their employees, like, and then I'm just shoved right in the middle of it.
So I think any Italian, maybe, I'm French Canadian, so is Andre. So it's very French Canadian to do that. It's like, you're going to meet us, you're going to meet the whole family.
And your French grandpa looked like a mobster. I'm just gonna put it out there.
So you guys know the cardinal thing that whenever I see a cardinal, that he's talking about that grandpa.
He ends up being a very
love that.
wise and sweet
He was
man,
like,
but
and
at a
he loved
glance.
you. He loved you. But yeah, my dad was scary. And grandpa was.
Your dad's 6'4", whatever. Not an easy family, but actually a very easy family to embed in. But if you're on the outside looking in, you're like, oh, this is an intimidating family to be a part of.
And you loved your dinner.
It was the first time I've had lamb, and it blew my freaking mind.
My mom's a phenomenal cook.
She's
That's
fantastic.
so. Oh my god. Okay,
Sorry,
we didn't even
totally
get to the
sidetracked.
question.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
We're not even drinking that.
No, I
Imagine if we
know.
were having like
I know.
a martini or something. How do you and Andre handle when you both strongly disagree on something? I have a good. You taught us this, but a really good way if you disagree on something is go on a walk. Go for a walk together. And then my dad taught us, if you're really in a heated conversation, go to a restaurant, because you can't raise your voices in public. But you first of all, your woman is fed. That's a good tip. Make sure that you're both not starving or overtired. That's really good. But we learned, if you just go for a walk because you're both in a forward movement and it's not combative and you're not just sitting, go for a walk. Yeah, I feel like we do that.
I think that's a great tip. I think that's the secret to resolution is go for a walk. And the fresh air mixed with the movement just puts your head in the right space to have a productive conversation versus being seated in like a combative negotiating position. Apparently, I think it was President Bush.
We're not supposed to talk politics.
No, but I'm just saying.
We're Canadian. We come in peace.
Don't care. I'm just saying, I think it was President Bush who would actively, when he was negotiating a deal with prime minister or president of another country, they'd always go for a walk around.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah,
I
to
didn't
keep
know
it
that.
amicable and to
That's
keep
so
it
cute.
cordial. We embrace that. We used to do it all the time. We do it less now. I think we have less arguments now than we did when we were like.
We've just been together for so long.
Yeah.
I always say we have a really good bounce back rate, that if we do have a disagreement or an argument, it doesn't last very long. We're passionate, we're heated people, we get our points across.
Okay,
Cheers.
next question.
Okay. I saw someone ask, I can't find the question right now, so I can't shout them out, but I literally saw it, and I don't know if you want to answer it. How do you keep things spicy?
How do you keep things spicy?
So embarrassing.
God.
My mom watched this, but
No,
my mom's
we're not,
cool.
We're not answering that.
My
Are you
mom's
kidding?
cool. She doesn't care.
Spicy drinks? No.
You can say it.
What? How do we keep things spicy?
Yeah.
I mean,
You
I
know,
think we're not really like fancy in our approach. Like we don't do anything weird. I don't know. We go for nice date nights.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Book. Okay, so we did this like years ago. We said we're gonna like, you would buy me like flowers or like a little gift, like kind of like when we were dating, and we would set a date night. So if you do feel, and can I just say, if you feel like you're in like a lull or whatever, it is normal. Do not compare yourself to Hollywood. I just want to say it because we've been through so many like
and downs.
roller coaster in
for
our
sure.
relationship that you go through ups and downs. Sometimes it's like everything's just spicy and amazing, and then other times you're like, "Broop," broop.
A little dry.
And you just gotta it's like literally watering a garden. Like that's, and I know that's a weird that's a lame analogy, but it's the truth. But date night, but also we do little staycations.
Yeah, I think that's crazy vital, especially with Mr. Carl back there.
He left.
Oh, good.
So you want to tell them what we call Carl?
No.
We can let them figure it out.
CBC.
CBC is what we call Carl.
Yeah, we'll let you fill in the gaps there.
But I can give them the tip that my mom told me when I was younger. I think it's a good tip to women. Get some lingerie. It's as simple as that.
Oh, yeah.
Like a cute little outfit.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, you're very gentlemanly. Okay. Next. You would be such a fun mom. Any interests in kids someday? Or are you content with fur babies? One fur baby.
Why?
He is a handful, although he's off being good right now. Although, I feel like this goes for children and dogs. If it's quiet, it's not always good.
True.
I get the kid question a lot, or we get the kid question a lot. Our families don't really ask us, so that we just get it on social media, which is normal. We're a cut. Like, I mean, it's fine. I'm not angry about it. I feel like it is a sensitive question to ask people that, because it's very personal. And you don't know what people are going through behind the scenes. I'm not alluding to anything.
I was gonna say, you gotta be cautious with us. There's no peripheral reason. Our reason is the desire to have kids is just not there. I don't know. I feel like
we're just happy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think, how I would explain it is I don't think it would make us happier. But I do agree. I think we always say this. It's like, it's a shame because we would play Disney music. We're like large children. So I think we would be really good parents. I don't know how our patience level would be.
I think we'll make very good aunts and uncles whenever all the kids are kind of like at a weird age right now. Like all of our nieces and nephews are at a weird age right now. A little too young to have, they all have personalities, but a little too young to have genuine interests,
like sports.
Yeah, exactly. I think once
that we can
they
help
start
with
to,
is what you mean. Yeah.
Exactly. Once they start to have genuine interests, and I think we'll make great aunts and uncles.
You just want to take your nephew to play hockey
and Muay Thai.
Cheers. Okay, that was an aggressive cheers.
I'm halfway done. It's gonna get more and more aggressive as I get through it.
Next, ever take any weight loss injections? This is I want to start by saying, if you do, amazing.
All good, yeah.
I always support, if you do plastic surgery, if you do face stuff, injections.
Sorry, may I add? If you do, all good. Just don't lie about it.
Andre's sassy. You could be on Real Housewives. That was sassy.
I don't know. Just don't set false expectations. Just don't set false expectations. Just be honest about your approach.
I've never done that. To be honest, I've just heard too much that there's the side effects of feeling nauseous. And you know what else? Simply put, I like food.
I mean, that wouldn't stop you from taking injections if you want.
It makes you feel nauseous.
Oh,
that's just what I heard. I don't. Details. That's the thing. We don't know enough. No, but I can tell you, no, I've never done that.
Knows the answer to the question.
But honestly, if you are
yeah,
awesome.
All the power to you.
Okay, how many times a week do you and Andre prioritize alone time?
Every day. So we're pretty routine. We're very structured in our life when we're here, and when we're in Florida too, actually. Yeah. But it's just a different routine. But when we're here around 7 p.m., we sit down and have usually either a martini or a glass of wine or something to take the edge off, or just put us in a state of relaxation, and we talk about our day.
It's something we watched my parents do that for years. It was the end of work came. They had this we say the same thing, you want to start shaking martinis, and we have a little. It doesn't matter if it was big, it doesn't matter. But I have this little martini glass, and when you have a martini,
yeah, no judgment.
And we just debrief on the day because we work together, and phones go away. So just to we work in and our routine is kind of crazier throughout October, because it's in October, November, December is the busiest time of the year for us. Into October, November, I would say 6:30 we start shaking martinis, and then we start cooking dinner around 7:45, 8 o'clock. We eat really late.
Yeah, it's probably 8 o'clock we start cooking dinner
together. So
and then we'll eat dinner. And we'll watch one show during dinner.
Yep.
And usually after dinner, we either sit down and chat some more, or I go back to work, and because I work with people overseas.
Yeah, he works over through the night sometimes. Well, not through the night, but into the late. So I'll read in the bath, and
then it's usually bedtime.
And the other thing we prioritize once a week usually is brunch. Mm-hmm. Which is kind of special. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. Yeah, so the answer is every day. Mm-hmm. And I think it's important to eat together.
That was from Jen.
Jen, oh yeah, I don't want to give all their accounts, but I do want to share the person's name thank you for your question. Oh, this is a really good question, Elena. What is your grand vision for your company?
companies.
So excited to watch your journey. Thank you. So we do get this question like, what is it that we actually do? Well, for the longest time, which we're going to get into probably in a second, because as I keep swiping, I'm sure one's going to come up. But for 10 years, our income in the largest part was BeachBody. Now we own... So we started our own company oh my gosh, how many years?
3 years ago. Yeah, November it's going to be 3 years.
We're coming up on our 3 year. It feels longer.
It's been a grind. No, it hasn't. No, for me, actually, it's been quick. I feel like
time flies when you're having fun type of thing?
I still feel like, and even then speaking to the team all the time, I'm like, we're a startup. I'm like, we're 3 years in, folks. You know, we're still
doing good, though. I'm proud of us.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that company is, how would I explain this? The Daily Grind now employs, hold on. 7, possibly going on 8, because I have my eye on a good
did you make the offer?
I did.
Oh, nice.
7 going on 8?
Yes, that's great.
Oh, you can tell your logistics. They're the best. They're literally an amazing. So it's not, my point in this is it's not like Andre said, we're not a startup anymore, folks. Like, we're not shipping stuff from our living room or our garage. We have a warehouse. We have a full logistics team. We have a customer service team. And it really is like, I love what I do. Like, I got up this morning. You asked me what time I woke up this morning.
3 or something?
Yeah. And I started getting to work on some exciting stuff. And I understand, by the way, the sun is kind of setting and the shadows are like next level. But is it okay?
I think it's great.
Okay. Because I can see.
As long as it doesn't reflect off my head, it's all good.
As long as you're beautiful. Look who it is. Look who it is, Marv. Hi. Come on. What'd you do?
Yeah, I don't know. He looks excited.
You look super guilty.
Yeah. He's excited, and therefore he did something.
Alrighty. So what is the grand vision for our companies?
Yeah, I mean, without setting false expectation, I think you got to be cautious when you're talking about the vision of your company, only because...
He only does that once a day when we wake up.
I know.
That was funny. Are you excited? Okay, what is it? What is it, Lassie?
What is it? What
happened? Whoa!
Oh my goodness.
Mom catch.
No kidding. What is going on?
Look, what happened? You want to say something?
I think you have to be very cautious in communicating it externally because it can go in 1,000 different directions. I think internally our team knows like exactly the direction we want to go in, but we're extremely malleable. We're extremely...
we pivot very quickly.
We pivot extremely quickly. If there's a trend or something that we're noticing, then we go in that direction. But ultimately, you know, we have the daily grind and the daily home, and there's other segments of said daily coming out, hopefully down the road.
You are throwing shade. You're spilling beans.
Oh.
Is your name Angie?
Yeah, seriously. But there's other segments of the business that will hopefully be introduced down the road. But our goal is really to create resources and curate resources that are extremely valuable to the customer base that we have in our minds. From the daily grind perspective, tools that'll help you live a more fulfilling life, be excited about chasing and accomplishing your goals, being very clear on what your goals are. And on the daily grind side of things, that's the vision. And then on the daily home side of things is to introduce products that really add magic to your house, that help you embrace the seasons. We like comfy, cozy items that will really like,
he is spilling beans
but really help you, I guess, like your day-to-day be just a little bit more magical, if you will. And that's our vision. And in the process, we want to treat our employees with tremendous respect. We want to give them all the growth opportunities possible. We want our customers to all feel that same opportunity with our products. So we do have, I think, a big vision for the company. I do think that we're still a startup. We're scaling very well. And that's the nature of the business we're in. What do you think?
I want to address, I feel like we said, we're not a startup. We're a startup. We're not a startup.
I know.
We're just not a baby startup.
We're a young company with a lot of growth opportunity.
Yeah.
And I think certain things have taken place over the past couple weeks here that
we gotta buck up.
We're gonna increase
so I'll keep that part short on like my particular vision, but basically to like what you said, to help people, women especially, to believe in themselves and to just build a beautiful life for yourself. That's honestly, like I said that in the Know Your Worth series, and I truly mean that. And there's good stuff coming. Big stuff coming. Even before the end of the year, there's big stuff coming. It's probably like one of the biggest launches that I'm excited for. And I have like a particular goal, like same with our employees. I really want to keep that growing and give them just an amazing life. And also our creators. Like I feel like there's something there that could be incredible, that it's just a special group of humans that are hand selected. It's not like everybody can join, and it's just based off of their
passion.
Yeah, just their excitement levels towards helping other people. And I love how different all of our creators are. Like that, when I look at our creators, I'm like, you guys are freaking awesome. Like it's just, I just love it. So hopefully that, okay.
think that answers it.
Well, you spilled all of the beans.
Very abstract.
This question is from, I know who this is from Kelly. So are you guys going to cruise again soon on Disney, or maybe try another cruise line? So our friends are really trying to get us to go on a Virgin cruise, which my ears kind of went like, they said there's no children. And there's a casino.
That I was like, wait, that's because it never really dawned on me.
There's no
casino on a Disney cruise. Yeah. And how much, like, when not that we cruise a lot, but when we do go on a cruise in the odd time, like, I like casinos.
Listen, I love the Disney cruises and I have the best time, but I think that it would be a majestic experience to have an adult-only cruise.
The thing about a Disney cruise is it's so convenient.
That's true. But can't we take the Brightline?
Yeah, no, for sure. Let me elaborate. It's so convenient and predictable. We know exactly what to expect. Yeah. Yeah, and there's something to be said about that right now in our phase of life right now, because I think there was a lot of times where we wanted
excitement and travel
and now we're like, just give me predictable and I'm
just
happy.
Just a little getaway. For now, we just need a little
with
chill.
Nothing in our life being predictable, let our vacations be predictable.
We just need a little chill moment.
Yeah.
Will you ever launch candles based off the mood's personalities?
3, 2, 1.
How's the kitchen reno going?
We had a great meeting this morning, actually.
We had a meeting at 8 a.m. this morning, and it was so good.
Yeah,
they were so sweet. They were like, would you like to keep these sample books? And I was like,
yes, please.
And I don't think they normally do that, and they were so nice. So, and all the samples that they showed us, I was like, yes. So I feel like it's coming together. I think the best decision we made is to be patient.
Yes, because we're trying to protect our investments in this house.
Yes.
We're trying to accomplish an outcome with
we're not
function.
looking for a bougie kitchen.
And I'm not looking for something super fancy. I feel like this entire house is so usable, and for that reason it's enjoyable. And if we create a kitchen that's like very...
like you don't want to touch anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like a Ferrari, you know, like you create a Ferrari kitchen and you're like, don't want to touch the paint.
What did you call that? Like a Ford?
It's an F-150. This
car
car is an
F-150.
F-150. It's usable. It's functional. You can go in a ditch and it's all good.
But it's not, you don't want to...
It's not a Ferrari.
So we want to be smart about it. We're all over the place with these questions, but I kind of like it. Have you seen, this is going to be right up your alley, have you seen the movie Abigail? This is from Disney Princess. Have you seen Abigail? Any new scary movies you want to see for the first time?
Yes.
I feel like Andre is the scary movie buff of the two of us.
Which is funny, because growing up, I'd watch a scary movie. No, sorry. My sister would watch a scary movie, and I would see it out the corner of my eye, and I would stop me from sleeping for like 3 weeks. But now I don't know why. I'm fascinated by them.
The way you said that, I really enjoy them.
I want to see Terrifier. I feel like there's so much buzz around it, but I do hear it's pretty sadistic.
So
and
we watched the introduction of the Terrifier that was called All Hallows Eve. Mm-hmm. At the literally, this is me through 3/4 of the movie. I'm like, this is stupid. I'm not scared. Blah blah blah. Last part of the movie, I was like, I was bothered for a week. Mm-hmm. It's just he's not. It's not what you think on Instagram when you see him with the glasses and it's funny. He's not funny.
He's not funny.
But I mean, if there's a Halloween Horror Nights house of it,
that's kind of been our gauge. If there's a Halloween Horror Nights house, we're gonna watch the movie no matter how weird or terrifying it is, just because we want context.
Speak for yourself. No, I'm kidding.
We watched Insidious.
Yeah, Insidious didn't scare me.
No, it didn't scare me.
We all have
Quiet Place either.
I think we all have our own type of movies that scare us. I loved Quiet Place. My new favorite it's lame, scary movie is Megan.
I mean, that's not scary. That's funny.
Well, no, she kills people, so it's not that funny.
Yeah. Neither here nor there.
She's like a little AI robot. Yeah. But I would like to see Abigail. I heard it's good. So we will probably watch it. You guys make everything look so smooth. Do you ever have tough times or arguments? I mean, I feel like we kind of already answered this, but just on that note, don't gauge what you see on social media. Social media is people's highlight reel. Mm-hmm. Like, imagine if we started a live while we're having like a spat. A spat.
it would open.
I just think no one's gonna do it. So just remember, everybody has stuff going on in their lives. Everybody has things that give them anxiety, that stress them out, that cause arguments. Everybody's human. So don't compare yourself. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite date night in Orlando?
Voodoo Bayou.
So outside of Disney property.
Yes, sorry. So, I saw that, so I knew right away what the
Danielle
answer was for me.
Gingeries asked this. Oh, Danielle Gingeries question.
It's Gringeries. There's an R there.
I'm sorry.
Daniela Gringeries.
Your dog's really cute, by the way. Yeah, I would say Voodoo Bayou, but inside Rockahula is in there. So there's a little,
Speakeasy.
Yeah, it's like a little speakeasy. There's like a hidden door. It's really good. But you have to make reservations and it's kind of busy, but the vibe, it's almost giving Trader Sam's, but like you can sit and eat. Not that
It's like adult Trader Sam's.
Yeah, that's a better way to say. Like you actually want to sit and eat there. What? Okay, here we go. All right. Open wound. Okay, we should have shots lined up.
Yeah.
What made you decide to move on from body?
This
is from Megan.
You first? Oh wait, me first.
Well, it's up to you.
You can go first.
Okay. So 2 years ago, I feel like, if that's what you mean, like I moved on. I had the same question every single day for 2 years, sometimes multiple times a day. Why did you leave BeachBody? It's the same thing. Did you leave BeachBody, or why did you? So the reason that I didn't want to repetitively talk about it on social media is, one, I didn't want to disparage what other people were doing. I didn't want to ruffle any feathers either, to be honest, and I still don't, but I didn't leave. I supported my team. I stayed on. The one thing that I didn't want to do, and it started 2 years ago almost to the date, I stopped signing anybody up because I just didn't want to. Is that wrong to say? I didn't want to sign anybody up to something that I didn't wholeheartedly believe in anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's.
I'm gonna be sad talking.
I know it's sad because it's a decade of our life, more than a decade of our life. That, even though we made the decision a while ago to sort of like not let it dissipate, but stop building it. That was a decision that was made. We're gonna stop building it, and like for me, it was really quite simple. Once upon a time, oh gosh,
I'm fine.
You be all right?
I'm fine.
All right.
I'm just thinking about the girls. That's
I
like,
know.
yeah.
I hear you.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
no,
There's a lot of people on our team that are still our friends, and the amount of tears that were shed this week, it's raw. But it's their whole, like, when I'm sure this question's in here. I saw it earlier when I was going through all of them. Does it affect your income? It greatly affects people's income, and for some people it's their sole income. So yes, it is greatly impactful.
Yes.
And in no world is it okay to do that. I think that this is okay.
Yeah.
So that's, sorry. Okay, continue.
You really
I'm
wish
fine.
there was another way, and I'm sure that there is. We just don't know the answer. But yeah, once upon a time, it was an exciting business to be a part of. Mm-hmm. The company was showing triple-digit sales growth. Everybody we brought on was having a good time, was building a legitimate business, and for that reason we were enjoying the process. And then whenever that sort of changed and things were not as fun, is that fair to say?
Yeah,
just
things were
not
just
as fun.
not growing.
And yeah, it was more challenging to guide people to success, and then it felt like it was becoming impossible. So we just made I guess a moral decision that we're to try and pivot, and we're not going to register people to the business anymore.
And I think there is confusion around, like, 2 years ago I was the top coach. Yeah. So just a quick explanation, you're only celebrating it the year. So I was the top coach the year prior. Yeah. So when it was celebrated, it looked like I hit it and I walked away. You're celebrating it a year later. So the decision had pretty much been made also, but
that was the peak of the company though. That was literally the peak of the company. They went public that year.
Yeah.
They saw crazy growth that year. Mm-hmm. We saw crazy growth that year.
It was awesome.
Our teammates were seeing tremendous success. It was an exciting business to be a part of. And I think
when that wasn't the case anymore, we didn't feel correct in sharing it. And that's just also
we do things for joy as well. So like if it's not fun to us either, we don't have to continue to subject ourselves to something that's not aligned with our passions and we're not really finding joy in anymore. So I don't think that's a decision to be judged on.
And to be clear, we stepped away from inviting. I refused to be a statistic of that style of business and just leave my team. So I supported them. I stayed on.
We still had a full university,
we had like a free academy and stuff, but we were available to talk to, like, so, but now I feel like that kind of leads to, it's this, okay, so how will this affect your income? So now we have left because it's gonna be done in the next couple weeks.
We're being forced to leave, sort of, right?
Yeah. So it will be officially over in the next couple weeks, where people's income. So the question from Christina is, how will this affect your income?
Greatly.
Yeah, it's just basically, we laugh so we don't cry. Yeah. You go from having an income, whatever that might be, to literally zero. So if that, so yes, it just, that's as clean as
And I just want to say, you know, like, we redirected and spent the last 2 years trying to mitigate the impact of the potential of this happening, because nobody knew that this was going to happen. What we knew is Body is historically like bold moves, you know what I mean? And we knew that there was a possibility whenever the company went public and you could see that it wasn't thriving financially. Anybody could see that. Yes, exactly. Anybody could see that it was not thriving financially. So, you know, unless they can make some drastic changes internally, we kind of felt like, okay, I think we need to build something else, and we did.
And I'm proud of us.
For sure. And for that reason, you know, yes, it impacts us financially, but I worry more for people who didn't make the same decision as us.
Yeah, that's where my heart breaks.
That's
Furthermore, not just the coaches. There is a ton of people that worked for the company that are still our good friends, that 100%. Mentored us, me, and believed in me, and that I literally sat on the phone with and cried this week. I'm sure they feel blindsided.
Absolutely. It's
unfortunate. They had no idea. Nobody had any idea.
I mean, other than the people making the decisions.
Yeah.
And
this is sad. Okay.
Yeah, no, this is not a fun topic, you guys. Why?
So I knew it was going to be like a flow. So why don't you talk about BeachBody anymore? Just curious. Love you. Well, love you too. New Tiff is the name.
Nice.
So why? Again, the reason I didn't talk about it anymore is because I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I also don't want my platform to feel repetitive, or not just repetitively negative in any way. If there's drama, I said this the other day I was doing some stories for like VIP subscribers, and they kind of got like a very emotional rant. It was still pleasant. Like I wasn't freaking out or anything.
I think you're allowed to be unpleasant for short stints.
I was sassy. You
were definitely a little sassy. It's okay.
But I just said, there was drama happening to me, and it was negative, and I just wanted to run in the opposite direction. Like, if there is drama happening or any form of negativity, I just kind of run in the opposite direction. I don't want to be a part of it, and that's why I don't talk about it. And the other thing is, there is a bundle of people that are here that have no flipping idea what we're talking about. So that's kind of boring for them to hear. Like, cool, can we go back to decorating? Like, that is the truth of, for a lot of people that are following, they have no idea what we're talking about. It was a huge part of our lives, but because for the past 2 years it hasn't really been talked about, people don't know about it. So that's frankly why. And mostly, I am not a feather ruffler, and I really didn't want to upset anybody.
There's a whole world outside of what we did as coaches, BeachBody.
Yes.
And there's a whole world for everybody that tunes into YouTube or Instagram outside of the BeachBody community. Furthermore, like, and I think we're both this way. When we believe in something and we think it's right, we will make it a point to be known. Whenever we're skeptical of something or not 100% sure on it, we won't be the people to go and bash and try and warn people about it.
We just go quiet.
It's not our place to say. If and you as well, if I believe in something, I will vehemently back it. But if I'm not sure about something, and I can't tell you with full confidence this is really bad or whatever, I'm gonna stay quiet, and I think you feel the same way. And I think there was still a lot of people who truly believed in what BeachBody was doing, and just because we had a negative feeling towards it, it didn't feel right to go out and tell everybody we're leaving for these reasons. It wasn't the right thing to do, because there's still a huge segment of people who believed in what they were doing, and we're not the people who are going to guide them elsewhere.
Like, very well said, Magoo. With whatever happened, are you and Andre still on a good life path, like best is yet to come? I mean, I'm excited about, you know what it is? It forces you to step up and to buck up. So that's never really a bad thing. What I'm not going to do is sit here and speak. No, I'm not going to sit here and mope, but I'm not going to sit here and speak for other people that have been so drastically. I'm trying to be like, it's going to be okay and everything's okay. I almost feel like that's like, I don't want to say toxic positivity, but I'm going to say toxic positivity. Yes, we have to back it up with work, but we have another company. A lot of people don't. So again, there's no world where I'm going to say that this is okay and it's going to be fine and the stars are going to align and it's all, no, I'm not going to say that. So we'll figure it out. And I think it's good. It's like you step up and you get, and I will say this, if you are a part of this world and you're feeling any sort of sad, mad anger, I have created some of my best freaking work when I was mad. Yeah. So let the anger drive you. I'm giving you permission.
But some people need that.
Really good things were created from that. The live series, the Know Your Worth series, which started last year, that was created from that. So I can say that. Yeah. That's where it stemmed, if you're wondering.
Yeah. I mean, I think for us, a philosophy that rings true is and I think it rings true for a lot of people, is growth equals happiness. And you know, if we're set back, as a lot of people are feeling set back right now in our body world, the only thing to do is to try and find another path to continue experiencing growth. And I know that we're gonna chase that. And it's not just financial growth. Financial is just a part of it, but just as human beings, try and grow and see how we can contribute to people's lives in a better way.
And like you said, have fun.
And have fun along the way, for sure. Experience fun things and do interesting things and provide other people with those same experiences. But we're going to be fine. And honestly, like, for everybody who's angry out there, you're going to be fine too, by the way. You know, you're not going to die from this. It's a setback. It's not, you know, your life is not over. There's an opportunity to start fresh. And I know it's not like what you want to hear right now, and it's not even what I want to say right now. You know, like, I feel, like I said, the wound is pretty fresh for me too.
But I have created some of my best work when I was sad,
let the anger
mad,
drive
angry.
you. Yeah, let the anger drive you.
Prove them.
Yes, absolutely. Prove that this wasn't the only part of your identity, and you can do so much more outside of this. And I think that's the best message we can give you.
Oh gosh, you guys are still going. Okay, we got this.
Mandy
Mandy wants to know, should we not trust BB products anymore? No. Can I say the only reason in the beginning, it took me over a year to join the company because of the type of company it was, and I was super skeptical, and I thought it was like, I had all sorts of judgment and beliefs, like I think a lot of people do, and it was the workouts. So I will 1000% vouch for the workouts, especially the OG ones, like Insanity and Turbo Fire. Like those programs changed my life. Like Andre got like buff AF with Body Beast. Like those OG programs are so freaking good. So yes, if you're doing the workouts, they're amazing. You're great.
There's some people that we respect a lot from like a fitness perspective, well, in general, but from a fitness perspective at least, like, we respect them a lot, and they still lean on BeachBody programs to accomplish their goals.
Yes, I'll never say anything bad about the products. That's how I fell in love with it. That's what, honestly, it was the workouts that got me into it. I loved them.
Yeah,
so
I think some of the newer programs are a little bit.
Andre,
okay, no, sorry.
You know what? You should be. You should be on Watch What Happens Live when they, like. I know you don't really know what like Housewives, but you know about like Teresa Jewess, and they like throw the shade. That's what you're doing right now. Throwing shade. I mean, you know what? Everyone is eating their popcorn, and they are here for Shady Andre, because you're usually the level-headed one. Shady Andre. We got a breather.
Oh, good.
I'm happy to spill beans. Here we are. We're spilling beans. Can you give any hints or sneak peeks on Christmas holiday merch, planners, candles?
All of it. All of it. No, there's literally nothing.
There's a candle lit behind us, but other than that, it's gonna be insane.
There's gonna be a winter launch. It's gonna include the things that you expect. There's gonna include some things you don't expect.
I can say something.
Go.
I'm going to announce it. So for me, Christmas begins, and I joke about this every year, and I asked all year to the team, I said, can I announce it when the clock strikes midnight on Halloween night? And they said, yeah. So when that last video goes up for the daily videos on my main channel, when the clock strikes midnight and tomorrow morning is Christmas, that's literally how I see it. Like on the 31st of October, November 1st, it's like the sanctification process begins. Yes. So I'll announce everything. Good. It's going to be so good. Yep. But yes, all the things. I guess spill the beans on this coach stuff, but I follow you for Disney and the planner. That's what we were just saying. Like, there's this whole world of people that follow us for other things, and also for the positivity. So let's continue on with the positivity. But I do hope that we were like super transparent and shared everything. We have time for like a few more. We've been going. Do you ever have fans come to your? Did you ever have fans come to your old house in like in the city? Is that how you moved? No.
Okay, wait, who asked that?
Cat
D?
No. Cat, no. And also, I'm married to a UFC fighter. No, I'm just kidding. No, and also that would be one that would be like very stupid on somebody to do, to like come up to somebody's house. No.
It'd be ballsy for sure.
Yeah. No.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, you can say ballsy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it'd be gutsy.
Yeah. Take a sip.
You're
doing.
I'm almost done.
You're doing great. Oh my gosh, people are gonna want you to be on every Q&A, or they won't. No, they're gonna love it. Okay. Okay, I did get this. I saw this question. Steph asked, are you moving to, I'm not going to name the company because I don't want to disparage anybody, but are you moving to another MLM? Yep. Like so many other leaders. No. I know never say never, but no, I'm not.
Yeah. Again,
and I also don't want to make like a rash. I will say this just as like, can I say this as if I was speaking to like members of like my best friend or members of my family that were going through this and they were jumping right away, I would say just like take a minute. I do understand that you need to feed your family. Like I get that. Just assess that it's authentic to you. That would be my feedback.
Yeah. I think speed is overrated in such an important decision in your life.
Life decision, and it's authenticity. You can't just jump to the next thing.
If you've been thinking about it for a long time and you already know where you want to go and this new network marketing company is where you want to be, then so be it. I know for us the wound is fresh. Things that we thought to be true aren't necessarily, if I may be a little ambiguous. So I think we're going to hold off on any further network marketing companies for the foreseeable future. The plan is not to engage in another one, period. But never, as you said, never say never.
The other thing to measure your authenticity level as to for your own heart as to how much you actually thoroughly enjoy the products that you would represent. Furthermore, if there is no products, don't join.
There's a name for those companies.
Yeah. But they're out there. I think that I am fully allowed to say what I want to say because Mr. Aldrin here, I feel like we should explain what Aldrin, where people are going to be like, does she not know her husband's name? Assess who is asking you also, just to put shine a little bit of a light on this. And this is a fact that I'm not cooking this up in my head. Big leaders, when they move from one company to another, they're actually offered what's called like a transfer, like a soft landing package. They're offered money. So that's why they're going. So it might not be in your best interest to just jump because they actually have incentive to. I don't know. Just, I feel like that's food for thought for a lot of people. And yes, Andre said things, so I can say things.
I would just back that up by saying we've never been offered a package.
No,
like
we've
that.
never.
So
I think people are too scared.
well,
I think they think I would screenshot it.
Let me
and
just
share
say,
it.
like, this is somewhat speculative.
No.
It's confirmed?
Yes.
It's confirmed.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, wait, can I show you the next, can I show you the
God.
next screenshot? Let the countdown begin. Your Lennox Spice Village order will be ready for you on March 25th, 2025. So yes, I did order it. To everybody invested, I did order it. And then the other thing that I have, this would be a fun game to play, is just like what's on Angie's phone. Just videos of Carl.
Yep.
And then Meredith Blake.
Who's that? She looks mean.
She is mean. It was an inside joke.
Got it.
All right, you guys, I'm going to get back to decorating.
I'm all done. I went through mine. Did you go through yours?
Your face... No, your ears aren't red.
Okay.
Usually
my leg is numb, though. I will say that.
This was so
let's
fun.
Cap this bad boy, because my leg, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out.
We're going to take Carl for a walk. Carl, you want to go for a walk? Sorry if we just triggered your dogs. This was so fun. Actually, a little bit therapeutic to be able to talk about it, I will say. This felt like a very safe zone, which the internet doesn't always, and that is something that that is, like the question of big goals, that is something we will continue to strive for in speaking to you guys and having this be such a safe zone for you to come to and to kind of escape. And sorry if we went a little bit off topic today with topics that you might not have known about, but we're going to, how do you say, go back to our regular scheduled programming as of tomorrow.
Happy.
And decorating and vines and Morticia's garden and all the things. I know nice. Andre's along for the ride. So thank you. I'm starting to get the thing whenever I overheat. Whenever people are like, are you okay?
I was going to say, my shirt's starting to fall off.
No, it's on. But whenever I start to overheat, people are like, is she okay?
All right.
It's called hives. Okay. I love you guys. Well, we love you guys. Thank you. Cheers. I need to finish mine. We're going to go take Carl for a walk. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye, dudes.
Bye, guys.
Wait, you need to take a thumbnail.
But I actually, my lip. I'm not even joking. It's completely not.
Magoo!
Oh my god. I know, Carl. Thank you.
Hi, Carl. He's okay.